Hi, Sagittarius. Welcome back to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're going to take a look at, we're going to do a spread for the beginning of the month, even though this is timeless, okay? And we are going to take a look at what's going on with you and your new person, the soulmate, okay? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there is a link in the description box below. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. Remember, this is a timeless reading, so when you run across it, this is what you were meant to see. All right. Is it all of these? Okay. Okay, Sagittarius. Overall energy for, hold on one second. For this week's reading is, this actually flipped out of the deck when I was shuffling it, and I put it back in the deck, and then it came out again, the Ten of Pentacles. So this is talking about, money, love, legacy, family, the whole 9 yards, like you creating a life that contains all of the things that you're wanting to have, okay? Underneath this is the Tower. This is Scorpio energy. This is talking about there being like a long-term change to, the way something's been going. So this is talking about Spirit saying that you're about to have an ending, where you've always had really bad luck when it comes to relationships, or your picker's been off and you always pick the person who doesn't give you what it is you want. All of that's about to change. This long term, I don't know how to say that. Just this long term thing of you, never getting what you want when it comes to your love life. Spirit is saying that's going to change. Okay. Then underneath this, we have the Hangman. This is Pisces energy. This is talking about you letting go of things that no longer serve you. It could, also mean that this connection may be at a delay because you need to let go of things that no longer serve you, and your person needs to do the same thing. Look at this in this card. This is like a deck that's like specifically for Halloween, but look at this card. It's like like a marionette, or like a puppet. And it's, look at how he is. It's like the string. So it's almost like Spirit is saying you just got out of a connection where somebody was trying to control you. Because see how the strings are coming from this doll. So I feel like that's what Spirit is saying, that you just got out of a situation, or the last situation you were in was where you were trying to be controlled. And I feel like, look at the strings, how those are popped, right? So I feel like that's what you're doing. You're cutting away the things that this other person tried to do to you, the things that they tried to do to control you. You're getting rid of those. That's some of the stuff that you're dissolving here. Okay. All right. Then we've got the King of Cups showing up here. This is a water sign, or someone with a lot of water in their chart: Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. When this card comes up for me, it is Cancer. So you may have Cancer placements, or your person may have. This is talking about balance. Okay. The need for you to excuse me, balance out all areas of your life, not just your love life, because the balance is what's going to make way for this new person to be able to come in. Okay. Then underneath this is the Four of Wands. You are headed towards marriage. You're headed towards, a higher level of commitment, all of those things. Okay. And you are being guided by your spiritual team, because this is your spiritual team here. Okay. And I feel like the reason why this person is laying out, I know this is a very morbid card, but I feel like the reason why this person is laying down like this is you. I feel like going through your transformation, and when you wake up, it's going to be a whole new world. Because I hear that, oh gosh, what is that? What movie is that from? It's a Disney movie, A Whole New World. That's what I hear in my head. And I usually don't get Disney movie songs, but Spirit is giving them to me today. Okay, so underneath this is the Nine of Swords. You may be worried about this connection. There may be crying, nightmares, sleepless nights. This could represent your twin, all right? Because they're going to find any way they can to try to insert themselves into your reading. So there is worry behind this. It could be you that, feels like this as well, because, you're so, I feel like you're champing at the bit to want this to work out. And it may be something that keeps you up at night. But I feel like, for most of you, this is the twin, because remember I told you when they lay down to go to sleep at night, that's when all the shit that they've done to people and the things that they've, how they've run over people and mistreated them and done all kind of crazy shit. I feel like that's when all the stuff comes up, because they run during the day. All they do is they find ways to avoid it so they don't have to deal with it. And I feel like this is what they look like at night. And some of them lose sleep and they be up all night thinking about the crazy shit. Because see, what you got to realize, Sagittarius, is you can't do the shit you do to people if you're not treating them right and think you're going to be able to lay down and have a good night's sleep. It don't matter if you got that angel and the devil on each shoulder and you listening to the devil. Look, it's going to come home to roost one way or the other. You cannot run from it. That's why Spirit keeps telling you, I'm not talking about bad things. I'm talking about, that's why Spirit keeps telling you to heal. Because if you don't heal, let's talk about this again, because we haven't talked about this in a while. Okay, if you don't heal, it's like the horror movies. I tell you this all the time, right? The heroine. Okay, let's just pick a movie. Let's pick Scream. That's what comes to mind. Okay, because it's Halloween, so we got the Halloween deck. All right, we're looking at all the crazy pictures and on the tarot card. So now we're gonna talk about the Halloween movie because Halloween. So Neve Campbell, right? She's running from these killers. She's running from them the whole movie. And then finally at the end, she realizes, okay, I can't keep running. Or let's not even take that one. Let's take Halloween, H2O. H2O. Halloween, which one is that one? It's just H2O. It's the one with Josh, I think it's Josh Hartnett is in it. And then what's her face is in the one that's in all of them. Jamie Lee Curtis. Okay. So Jamie Lee Curtis is running from this dude, been running from this dude for like the past, 3 or 4 movies before this, right? And he never gets, or the first two she runs from him, and then the three and 4, 5 and 6 don't have nothing to do with her. But anyway, I digress. H2O, in H2O, she has a son. And so Michael Myers starts to come after the son, right? So once she realizes that it's him and that she's not hallucinating, it's a part in the movie where they all get in the car, right? She's living at this school, teaching at this school, and it's like behind gates, right? Because she's all about security. She's got guns, she got all this stuff, she drinking, all this kind of crap, because this killer terrorized her in 2 movies, like in the past when she was like a teenager, right? So she's at this gated school. She got her son at this school because she's trying to protect him, because she know the dude is not dead and that eventually he is going to come after her. So he comes after the son and his girlfriend, because they were supposed to go somewhere and didn't do it. And they all get in the car and they get to the gate and they get out. She gets out of the gate to open the gate. And then she looks back and realizes the killer is still in the school, right? Because she fought the killer or whatever, fought him off. And then she's like, she looks at her son and the girlfriend, and she's like, you know what? You just go down the street, go to the neighbor's house and call the cops, right? And so when he drives through the gate, she busts the gate so that nobody can get in and nobody can get the fuck out, because she realizes that if she does not stand her ground with this damn man, he gonna be coming after her when she damn, it happened anyway, but that's neither here nor there. But it's because they got 65 different versions of Halloween and all these different directors. But anyway, I digress. What I'm trying to tell you is that healing is so important, because you can't get away from it. You can get a respite from it by, doing what your twin is doing, and, trying to work yourself to death, or trying to pay attention to anything but the stuff you're running from. But it's always going to catch up to you, is what Spirit is trying to tell you. Okay. And so I'm using the Halloween movie because to me, it is the perfect analogy for a perfect metaphor for what I'm talking about. Okay. We run through life. We think, because like me, some of the things that I needed to heal, excuse me, I've been running from this stuff for like decades. And it's like, you can't do that. And you don't even realize it. Sometimes it's subconscious. You don't even realize you running from it, because sometimes when I try to heal my shit, I'll find my mind trying to divert me and make me do other shit instead of doing what I'm supposed to do. The minute I sit down and I say, okay, now we're finna work on this, something will come to mind like, oh, I need to go out to the car and do this, or oh, I need to go to the store and get this, or it's like crazy stuff will come up and I'll be like, we finna focus on this. And it's because your subconscious mind is trying to protect you. But what it doesn't realize, because the subconscious mind, what they say, is equivalent to like a 5-year-old child. So the reason why I'm telling you this is because it's trying to protect you, but it's doing it in a way that's not helping you. It's hindering you. Okay. So that is why it is so important for you to heal. Because I don't want you like this, Sagittarius. If this is you sitting up at night, we don't care about the twin. They can do whatever, because they need to take responsibility and do what they need to do, right? But if this is you, I don't want you sitting up like this at night. I want you to heal your shit so you can go to bed and sleep like a baby, because you don't deserve to sit up like this, because you were the victim in that connection with that person. Okay. Just like your soulmate was the victim in the shit that they went through. And they shouldn't be sitting up like this neither. Okay. It should be the damn perpetrators, the ones who was out here acting crazy and lying and cheating and stealing and whatever the hell they was doing. Okay. All right, let's move on. So underneath this, we got the Knight of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This is talking about taking a risk. So I feel like this is your person coming forward to take a risk, towards you. All right. You know what? It's so funny. Look at this. Look at this gorilla. I feel like it's a thing where they are just tired of waiting. I feel like you're tired of waiting. They're tired of the separation, just like you're tired of the separation, because the two of you are mirroring each other. And this person's like flipping out like, okay, it is time to, for us to come together. Okay. All right. Yeah. But see, look, they're your twin right there, cut up into pieces. Look at that. Not wishing nothing bad on them, but I'm just saying they cut up into pieces like that. I feel like that is what their mind does to them because of the things that they did to you. Okay. All right. Let's clarify. The Pentacles. Yeah. See, that's what Spirit is talking about here. See, because we got the pictures card coming up. So this is Spirit telling you, look back at this stuff from the past, okay? Because you got 4 wands coming up here. You got a 4 wands showing up here, meaning that it is getting to be time for you and this person to come together. But you got to be ready, Sagittarius, or you're going to have more issues with this new person. Because if you have not healed this stuff, if Spirit will even let you and this person come together, that's why I'm telling you, if you don't heal, you're holding yourself back from this person. Okay. All right. Then we've got the date card showing up here. Yeah, this person is ready to come in, baby. They ready to take you out. Okay, they ready to show you what's going on, or for you to take them out, men. Make it fit. So they ready to, for some socializing to be going on between the two of you, for the two of you to be getting to know each other. But like I said, it's with intent. It's not about, let's just see where it goes. This person already knows where it's going to end up. They're listening to their intuition. Okay. So we got the teddy bear card showing up here. So it says this person is interested in you. It's going to be a blooming romance, flirting. Again, they want to date you. Okay. All right. But it's like only you. It's not you and then your girlfriend and your sister too. It's not that. It's not like some shit with the twin or brother and your cousin too, if you're a dude. Okay. It's not that. Okay. This person, look. This is what's at the bottom of the deck. You got happiness and joy coming towards you, playfulness, enjoying each other, the honeymoon phase. So like I said, I want y'all to have this, but you have to do your work. It's not free. It's not free. Okay. Okay. So it's supposed to be like this, Spirit. Okay. So we got the main theme of the month is impatience, because this card fell reversed, and that's what I just asked Spirit. Is this what they meant for to happen? And they said yeah. So you're impatient, okay? But the reason why things are being delayed with that hangman, okay, is because some of y'all gotta get rid of that, get rid of the residue of that control, that twin tried to put on you. Okay, you got to get rid of it, because some of us, we want to be like, okay, there's somebody new coming, fuck it, I'm ready, and it's not. Because spirit knows when you're ready, and spirit knows when you're. Because I'm telling you, let me tell you this. Sometimes when I read for myself, spirit will tell me like a day or 2 days or a week ahead where I'll be by a certain point. And at the time they show me the spread, I'll be like, I don't feel like that. I'm not upset. I'm not this. I'm not that. The next day, next few days, next week, exactly what they said what's going to happen will happen. So that's why I'm telling you, spirit is telling you, you're being impatient. You are trying to rush this, and you cannot rush it. You cannot rush your healing. It has to take as long as it takes. That's why I tell y'all, just work on it a little bit every day. Spirit is not expecting you to go balls to the wall every fucking day in order to heal this. I mean, you can do that if you want to do that. Some people will do that. I try to do that, but they slow me down too, and they like, don't do that. Because they want, they would rather you be consistent than to go balls to the wall one day and then you don't do nothing for the rest of the week. They would rather you do a little bit every day than for you to just try to do, get it all in one fell swoop. Okay. Because some of this stuff, it's been years of you experiencing this. So you can't expect it to come off and to just slide off like it's nothing in one day. Okay. All right. So let's clarify. Yeah, buddy. That's what I'm talking about. See, you got the soulmate card coming up. I've been seeing these soulmate cards all day. Yeah, spirit is saying the universe has a plan. Okay, there's some stuff being put, some things being put in the works, but you both got karma because it's your person's card. You have karmic debt to pay off. Your person has karmic debt to pay off as well, because it doesn't even have to do with things that happened in this lifetime. It could be some stuff from the past that you got to get through before the two of you can come together. Okay, so that's why I'm telling you, because some of the things could be, like I said, from a past life that leaked over into this life. That's why I tell y'all, just go ahead and get it. If it's something that shows up, it's a big pattern. You see it in almost every relationship you're in, whether it's platonic or it's romantic. That lets you know that is something that you really need to deal with. The big things, those are the things you need to hit first, the things that are really huge. Okay, the really big red flags. Okay, all right, so the next card represents the past influences affecting this month. So we got the Five of Pentacles, feeling left out in the cold. Okay, look at this. Look at these cards, are crazy. This person is running off with somebody's head. Okay, that's what I feel like. I feel like that's the twin, and that's you laying on the ground, and the twin got your damn head. And that's what they're trying to do. Keep your mind with them so that you can't move forward. You can't do nothing for you, because it's not about you. It's about what they want and what they're trying to get. Like I said, I know y'all don't like when we talk about twin, but if spirit is giving me these cards, we're going to talk about whatever spirit wants us to talk about, because there is something that you need to know. It's something that you need to hear. Okay? Because they get me all the time. And I'll be like, I don't want to talk about this. We already talk about. See? They telling you got to heal this. Some of you feel invisible. Okay? You feel the need to be seen. You feel worthless and flawed. You're wanting to be valued and always trying to prove your worth. You can't go into this new connection like that. Okay? You already have to go in standing in your confidence and knowing your worth. That's where the self-love comes from. But you still, if this is coming up, you still need to heal this. Okay? Because it's still separate from you loving yourself. You can love yourself and still feel invisible, feel like the people around you don't see you, don't hear you, don't get you, don't understand you, that type of thing. Okay? All right, hold on. So we got the mask showing up here. It says hiding true feelings, pretending and diluting, gaslighting, and personifying. So that's what it was. That's what spirit is saying, is that this person, that to me, this was a form of control. They ran off with your head, meaning like they ran off with your mind, like your mind, this person was living in your mind rent free when all this stuff was going on. And they were gaslighting you, trying to make you think that the things that they were doing were okay, but they made you feel invisible. They brought out one of your triggers. And so this is something for some of y'all you still have to take a look at. Okay. All right. So next card. This represents the roadblocks of the month. We have the Tower card showing up here. This is Scorpio energy. Again, it's showing up twice because it showed up once in the clarification deck, right? I'm pulling out all my Halloween cards because today is Halloween. So in this roadblock card, again, it's talking about a change. So you got a change coming. Okay, but in order for that change to occur, you have to change first. Like I said, we all want to change the outside. We were taught to change the outside and not, focus on the inside. But you have to focus on the inside if you want the outside to change. It's the reverse of what we've been taught. Okay. All right, let's clarify. Yeah, you getting messages from the soulmate, and I feel like also from the twin. They coming up in the read. It says, girl with a snake, charm to use, enable boundaries. So spirit is telling you this is about you learning how to set boundaries, okay? Because you were used and you were charmed by this person. You nobody want to look back at the past, but you have to look back at the past. Like they tell you, history is doomed to repeat itself if you don't go back and examine what happened. But you got to examine what happened and heal it. You can't just go back and look and be like, okay, I looked and that's it. You have to dig down deep and root it out and get it out. Okay. Because this is about you healing your heart. Because this person really did a number on you. And the fact that these cards are still coming up for some of you, you're not where you need to be in order to let somebody in. Okay. Because your person is surrendering. This new person, this soulmate, they're surrendering to what is happening. They're letting go of negativity. They're listening to their guides. Okay. And the wisdom from their higher self. And they're, getting rid of the pride and the ego, and they're stepping into who they truly are. And this is about you doing the same thing. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the possibilities of the month, we got 3 cards that fell here. We got the Hermit, which is Virgo energy. Then we have the King of Wands, fire sign, or someone with a lot of fire in their chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And the Wheel of Fortune, this is Sagittarius energy. It's talking about faded, this connection being faded. So Spirit is saying if the healing is done to their specifications, not yours, to their specifications, some of you are gonna, those of you who did this, you're gonna see your person coming in. Okay. And because like I said, it's fated, it's destiny, it's destined, it's supposed to happen. But what you got to understand is just because something is destined and it's fated to happen, it doesn't mean it can't be delayed. It does not mean it can't be delayed. Okay. Because remember, I told you there's people in the comments talking about they've been waiting on their person for fucking 12 years. And I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing for 12 years? Nothing against them. I know people go through things and you have to try to work through it, but you have to be conscious of it. It's not a thing where, oh, I'm just going to sit here and time heals all wounds. That's bullshit. Because if that was the case, everybody would be with their person. and we wouldn't need to talk about this at all. Okay. But this has to be talked about. If it's coming up, it's because some of y'all ain't doing what you're supposed to do. There's the picture card again. We had it. This is the second time it the same damn card that came up. So it's saying looking at pictures, making new memories. Okay, so this is a thing. Again, Spirit is saying go back and look at your stuff, because with this new person, you're going to be making new pictures. But for some of you, you got to erase some of these old ones so that you can make space for the new ones. Okay. All right. Let's get some more cards. You gotta pay the cost, whatever it costs. Whatever it costs for you to do this, you gotta transform. You got to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. This is my Scorpio card. I feel like I don't feel like I'm the only Sagittarius that got Scorpio placements. I feel like it's some more y'all got Scorpio placements as well. Because these cards be the way the cards be coming up, it gotta be. And then we got spirituality showing up for your person. Like I said, this person is stepping into the energy they need to step into. Spirit is saying that you're on the right path. Both of you are on the right path, but you still got to keep moving. Okay? Because They trying to make themselves ready for you, but you have to do the same, because it doesn't matter. They can do stuff all day long, but if you're not doing what you need to do to meet them halfway, it's gonna be a delay. That's why this hangman, hold on, where's that? That's why the hangman is showing up here. You got to pop the rest of them strings, because look, you popped a couple of them, and spirit is proud of you for that. But you still got 1, 2, 3, 4. You still got 4 other strings you have to pop. So I feel like those are triggers. What are those triggers? What are the 4 things that this person brought out? Because like I said, when they came and did they shit, it was in fucking Technicolor, baby. It was loud and proud. So that's the reason why it was like that. That's why it was like that, because spirit is trying to get your attention. Spirit is like, hey, look at what is happening. Look at what is happening. Why are you upset? In your dealings with this person? Why are you crying in your dealings with this person? Why do you feel invisible in your dealings with this person? Why do you feel like you were charmed and you were used? Right? What is it that this person is doing? Why do you need to heal your heart? Okay? What are the reasons why? Because it's going to be different for all of you. It's going to be different. For some of you, it may be invisibility. For others of you, it may be because it may be the guilt wounds card, or it may be some type of abuse that you went through, like mental or emotional abuse. It could be sexual. It's different for everybody. But what I'm telling you is you got to figure out what your thing is. Okay? That's why when these cards come out, it's a general read. So I can't get, super specific, because I'm not reading for one person. I'm reading for a whole bunch of y'all. And so spirit is trying to give as much information that's going to be helpful, but they still have to keep it general, because I'm not just talking to one person. Okay. All right. So let's get some more messages from spirit and see what else they want to tell you. Then we'll get some messages from the new person. But like I said, you're headed, spirit is telling you, you're on the right path, and you are headed towards this 10 of Pentacles. But how long it take you to get there, it's up to you. It's up to you. You got to do what you need to do. Okay, so we've got here and now. Your true love is already a part of your life. Like I keep telling y'all. A lot of y'all already know y'all soulmate. You just don't know it's your soulmate. Those of you, look, let me tell you, you want to look, you want me to help you? Okay, let's go back to this card. For some of you, I told you, for a lot of you, it ain't some, it's a lot of you. It's not the same. This person is not the same race you are. So whatever race you are, you need to be looking at everybody around you who is not of the same race. Okay, they could have a different background as you. It's going to be somebody different. It's going to be somebody who you normally don't go for. But when you figure out who it is, and the two of you connect with each other, and you really see what this person is about, you will be attracted to them. Okay, because they're attracted to you. I don't think you're their normal type either. Okay, but that's a good thing, because look, y'all was dealing with y'all types the last time y'all was with somebody, right? And look what happened. Got fucking dragged, right? And me too. And I'm saying this to me too. Same thing happened to me too. So your type, just because it's your type, don't mean it's the person for you. Okay? Spirit is like, back up and let us choose. That's what they're telling you. Back up and let us choose, because we know better. Okay? So we got second chance. Spirit is saying this relationship deserves a second chance. The Spirit is talking about your love life is deserving a second chance. Okay? And then we've got, look, marriage. This relationship is moving towards a sacred union. So like I told you, this is about long term. This is dating with intent. Okay, that's why it's so important, because if this was just any old type of relationship where you just was going out with Ken, or you was just going out with Barbie, then spirit wouldn't be asking you to heal yourself. Okay, but this is a relationship. I'm telling you, when you're with this person, Sagittarius, listen to what I'm saying. When you're with this person and you're out and about, every fucking body is gonna feel it. Everybody's going to feel the love. Y'all going to be in your own little bubble. I'm telling you, you going to have a lot of jealous people, a lot of green people around you. And I mean green because of jealousy, not because their heart chakra is open, but from jealousy. Because a lot of these people are expecting you to be alone for the rest of your life, or to always have tumultuous relationships. Because you know this, people put you in a box. And it's not always with malicious intent that they thinking, but people put you in the box because it makes them feel comfortable. And so you stepping out of this box and, you know, and showing people that, yeah, no matter how old you are, no matter what you've gone through, no matter what your situation is, you can still end up with the love of your life, with a true love in your life. Because that's what this is. Hold on, where is it? That's what it is. It's true love. Spirit is saying this is the romance of a lifetime. So don't think you ain't gonna be out and people are not gonna see it and people are not gonna feel that. And so it's not, I hear Sade in my head. They playing Sade in my head. This is no ordinary love. So why would you expect to not have to prepare for something like that? This is, like I said, because this is somebody with whom you may start a family with them. Like I said, this 10 of Pentacles is telling me that businesses, the two of you may get together and form a business. Some of you, it could be, you know, it could be a child and business. Okay. It's a lot of different things coming from this card, because I don't just get 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups is the card that's just about love, and it can talk about family. But this is talk about the money, the love, the family, like legacy. Like I said, for some of y'all, you're going to have the first generation. Your children are going to be the first generation of trust fund babies. You know how the rich white people have, you know, trust funds and stuff like that? Because I was watching this show where one of the families, their kids all had trust funds and stuff like that. And I'm like, this is what's about to happen. You're about to break generational curses. You're about to bring money and stability and all this stuff into your life. Things that are going to change your lineage, your lineage for good. You're not going to be, it's not going to be the same anymore. You're not going to be the same person you were before. And you stepping into a relationship unlike anything you've ever experienced before. So you have to be different too. You have to be different too. Because if the old way was working, you'd have been with your person by now. If what you were doing before, if it worked. Think about that. Okay? All right. So let's get some messages from your person. Let's see what they want to tell you. From the new person. Say, see, I can't take this anymore. Like I told you, they champing at the bit, baby. They wanna be with you just as much as you want to be with them, but you can't, you can't hold, you got to do your part. You can't hold up. You holding up progress if you're not working on yourself. This is not for everybody. It's for those of you, because you know when I talk to you how you feel, and you know if you ain't been doing what you're supposed to do, you feel guilty. So those of you, if you feel guilty, it's because you're not doing everything you're supposed to do. So it says, I'm just doing what I have to do right now. So your person is working on this. This is serious for them too. Hold on. So look, it says, I need more time to heal and love myself. And I feel like this goes for you as well. You may need more time to heal and love yourself too. And look, I hope you don't find out that I've been watching your social media. And I tell you that this person watches you all the time. I don't know what you doing, but they looking. Okay. It says everything will be all right. Please trust me. And then it says you will always have a place in my heart. Okay. All right. Let me get this other. There's divine guidance. Okay. So it says, I'm amazed at how the universe brought us together. Everything keeps falling into place for us. There are divine forces at work guiding us to union. The divine is working behind the scene for us. If you look back at our journey, you will see it too. Okay. And like I said, this time apart is very, very important. I know we hate it. I don't like it either. I complain. I bitch and moan too. But I also realize I gotta get myself together. I have to be right. I can't expect him to be right and I ain't right. Like what is that? Right? Just like the reverse. And it says, no matter how hard I try, my thoughts always sway back to you. Okay. You don't realize how perfect you are to me. I'm grateful that you came into my life. Okay. All right. So before you go, we are going to pull a lover's oracle and see what else Spirit wants to tell you about the reading. Okay. So we've got my beloved. There's the front of the card. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually, we are always united. For love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Okay. So like I told you, you and this person are united in the 5D. It just has to show up in the 3D, but you gotta align yourself with what's going on, and your healing is what's aligning, what aligns you. Okay. This is the second card. It says, look inside yourself, examine what is causing you to feel this way. Okay. So if you find yourself trying to heal and you deviating from it, you're not doing what you're supposed to do and stuff like that, you may need to just put it in your schedule and make it a part of your everyday thing. Because that's what I do. That's what I have to do. Because like I said, we all have days when you don't want to do it. If you have to skip one day, just don't make it a habit. Just make sure you go back to it the next day. But you have to remember that this is important, Sagittarius. This is about the rest of your life, because it's not just, people think it's, when I talk about it, because this is a love reading, it's just about love, but it's not. It's not. It's what's breaking these generational curses, like with money and with, you know, certain people in your family that you don't get along with, and all this kind of, all these things are blocks. And if you want to live the best life you can possibly live, you got to be willing to clean up what you got to clean up, And like I told you, someone's been running with this shit for fucking decades. And it is time for everybody, and I'm talking to everybody, it's time for everybody to clean up their stuff. Okay? All right. I hope this helps, Sagittarius. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. Please have a good day and a good rest of your week. Happy Halloween. And I'll see you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, Sagittarius.